All right, people, how's everyone doing? Today I'm going to be making a long requested video. Many people have been asking me to make like a general guide because I make like lots of small videos, like going over these small things, but I've never really made like one video, like a big roadmap, a big step-by-step guide that you guys can follow when starting your agency. I wrote SMMA, but this can be really like any type of online agency, any type, whether you're a coach, selling a course, doing the marketing services or stuff like that. These steps that I typically use and teach are exactly identical. It's just the service you're going to be providing is going to be different, but the overall structure of scaling an online company will be the same. Okay, so today I'm going to be sharing this. I don't want you, okay, this is a preface to the video. I am not going to go super in depth on every single point. Okay, I'm not going to break down the exact scripts word by word, like what I use and everything. You can use this as a guide. Okay, so when I talk about acquisition, let's say cold DMs, I'm not going to break down the script exactly what we use. From there, you can use this as a reference point to go research other videos or even on my channel on how to come up with a cold DM script and all of those things. Okay, so it's just like an overall game plan for you guys to follow. And I'm not going to overcomplicate this and make this a 40-minute video. Okay, so guide for 2024, the new year. Here's a little case study about me when I was a young boy starting my agency. As you can see here in November, which was last year, I had no money. And then in May, within a couple of months, we scaled the agency to, as you can see here, 18,000 per month. Okay, so that's sort of the progression, the track record that I have when it comes to starting from zero to, scaling past 10K per month. I'm going to break down this video in a couple of points. Okay, mindset, basic tools, offer creation plus service delivery, client acquisition, closing, service delivery, outsourcing, and then scaling past 10K per month. Okay, so a couple of steps to follow. And again, guys, if you want access to the whole document, the guide, you can just send me a message on Instagram and I'll give you access to everything. So why listen to me? Who am I? Am I just this random bum online that's claiming to be able to help people? Okay, first off, obviously I have this screenshot here, but screenshots can be faked, okay? So here I have my own private school group where basically it's a one-on-one mentorship program. So I work with complete beginners, people who are just starting out, and I pair them up with one of my coaches, one of my mentors, and we work with them on a one-to-one basis until they start making money on a performance basis, okay? So currently we've helped about 230 people. So we have a pretty good track record in terms of how to help people. And if you notice here in Classroom, as you can see, we have multiple modules, and these modules are the exact same steps that I'm going to be sharing with you guys right here. Okay, so I kind of made like a small resume of each of these steps without going too much in depth. So 235, and here are a couple of case studies that we have from our group. Okay, so Sam signed my first client, Abraham, first client signed, Cameron closed another deal, Cameron another remodeling client, Win another from Cameron, Olaf, he signed a couple of clients, so first client closed 2 clients in a single day. Damien signed 1 client. Kindness signed a client. Praveen, he signed multiple clients. And then we have Andrew as well that collected 4K up front and then 2K per month. So these are sort of just some of the clients that we've worked with in the past. And basically the exact same teaching I'm going to be giving to you guys today are the same exact ones that they were using when they started their businesses. So step 0, mindset. I'm not going to make this super long, don't worry. To win, you need to get out of your own way. You decide whether to be your greatest obstacle or your biggest fan. Okay, the secret is being able to ride out the time between when you're the only one who believes that what's in your head is actually going to come to fruition and the moment when it actually does. Okay, that period is when everything can go left. It can make the most confident person, the most confident mind doubtful. That's where you lose. You don't lose to your competitor or to an industry. You lose to yourself. Okay, defeating your own self-doubt is the biggest obstacle to overcome. All right, from experience, the number one reason why people fail is because they just give up. Okay, they don't believe in themselves. They as soon as it gets hard, they just stop. They're not consistent with what they do. I have a very close friend of mine. He's been doing this for over a year. For over a year, he has not signed a single client. He tries every day, tries a bunch of things, and for some reason, he's never been able to sign his first client, even though he probably puts a lot more effort than these people that I just showed you earlier. Okay, but he never gave up. And now recently he's been popping off and he's been making lots of money with his agency, okay? So it's really in your head. If you give up, then for sure you're not going to make it. If you don't see failure, if you don't see giving up as an option, then there's no reason why you wouldn't be able to sign multiple clients with your agency, okay? So this is me when I started. I was in the basement. I put a nice piece of paper, 10K a month, stuck it on my door. And that was my little motivation when I started. Okay. So step one, what are the basic tools required? Find a business name. Okay. Do not overcomplicate this. I know people that have spent weeks trying to find a name. Really not complicated. Okay. Just think about something and use it. Create a business email. Okay. It helps, makes you seem a bit more professional. So you can use Google domains or something like that. Build a landing page. You probably won't be able to build the entire thing because you need to come up with your offer, your VSL, and your niche and all those things. But do be prepared to build a landing page. This is an example that we use for our clients through Go High Level. Okay, so if you buy Go High Level, you can use this. And as you can see, this is like a template. So something like this, okay? Not a website, but like a VSL page where you just basically call out your audience, have your offer, the guarantee, and then you have a VSL going over everything. And of course, with our students, we help them do the VSL, and I will review it and do it with them as well. So build a landing page, so just the structure. Set up your payment processor. Okay, so Stripe is the most popular one. Otherwise, you can use PayPal, Wise, crypto too if your clients allow it. And then set up your booking calendar. Okay, this is extremely important. Use Calendly. You can use Calendly. That's what I prefer using. Some people use the Go High Level calendar as well. The most important thing is to first have like a pretty good description where you go over your offer and everything. Good questions, qualifying questions to see if the people are a good fit to work with you. And here, the email and SMS automations. Okay, so when they book a call, you want them to get sort of reminded that there's a call. And if you do have content and sales asset, to send the assets through email so that they can already have like a preview of what's expected when it comes to working with you, what are the previous results you've been able to get, and just the general image. So they don't come on the call completely clueless as to who you are and what you do as a service. So that's step one, okay? Very simple. Step two, we pick the offer as well as the service delivery. So first off, you want to pick a niche. Most of the time, you like most of the clients we work with are like local lead gen clients. So these are niches where I've personally helped. I've mentored someone past 10K per month. Okay, so if someone joins my mentorship program and they tell me, Oliver, I want to work with flooring, and it's very easy for me to tell them what to do because I've done it already in the past with someone else. Okay, so that's sort of how we operate, and that's how we basically maintain a high success rate with our clients. It's just we leverage our data. Okay, it's easy for us to copy paste. So here are a couple of examples. Then of course we have a list, like a big PDF with a bunch of niches in terms of like how much your client should put in ad spend, what are the expected results, and all those things. And this can help you come up with like a good guarantee. Okay, so that's number one. Pick a niche with the offer, depending on what you want to do, and then pick your service delivery. I'm not going to go super in depth on this. I could spend 50 minutes breaking this down if I wanted to. I do have a video on my channel that goes over this a bit more in depth, so I would watch this like as part of the research. But essentially, you want to offer something that's not just, hey, I will run your Facebook ads. Okay, go a bit more in depth. I like to sell the infrastructure. Okay, so my pitch, my exact pitch when I speak with my clients is I tell them, look, instead of having to rely on someone else to generate you appointments every single month, let my team essentially build out the entire infrastructure that these agencies would typically use. You will own the system, you'll have it in-house, and then from there you can own the machine that just generates you appointments, and you don't become dependent on someone else to scale your business. Okay, simple as that. And then, of course, you build the system for them. This obviously is very complex. It's a lot. Like, I would spend an hour explaining this entire thing to you guys right now if I just made a video on this. But watch the video on my channel that goes over this, okay? But essentially, here's an example. So instead of doing Facebook ads, you can offer them lead gen, do the appointment setting with them, and then help them with the sales. And this includes basically everything that's here. So you would offer it in both a done for you as well as a done with you format. And then here's another example for people doing content. Okay, so instead of just offering short form content where it's like, hey, I'll edit your shorts, I always tell my students, I'm like, become a sort of content funnel acquisition person where you basically take care of the entire acquisition when it comes to using content. Okay, so the ideas, the content, the calendar, the editing, thumbnails, the posting, like everything that's required to manage a social media, a personal brand, you would offer it as a service. Okay. Now, step 3. Once we have the foundations, we know what we're offering to what market, then we move on to the acquisition part. So how exactly are we going to get clients? How are we going to book meetings? This will be the hardest part. This is where most of you guys will give up. Okay, it's very easy for me to make nice lucid charts and break down the service that I want to do, but it's another thing actually pitching it and get people interested in what you're offering. Okay, so 3 methods. You can either use paid ads. Okay, so you can run Facebook ads to get clients. I personally, like we have a done for you service where we do it for our clients, the ones who are a bit more advanced. We typically recommend at least $100 per day. Okay, 3K per month. If you're able to invest that, you will get very good results. Now, I know people who have spent a lot less and they've gotten amazing results and they made their money back and they use that money to put it into ad spend. But I'm not gonna sit here on the YouTube video and tell you guys, yeah, with $500 you can make millions on Facebook ads. Okay, I'm gonna be transparent. What we do, we recommend 3K per month, so it's what I'm gonna recommend on the YouTube channel as well. But I've known people that had got really good results with a lot less ad spend. So this right here is the actual funnel. Again, I have a video on this going over everything, but essentially you start off with like a piece of education, so like a lead magnet. You run the paid ads. We will typically build outside either like a picture ad or a video ad. That has been working extremely well for one of our clients. So now we make all of our clients film the ad, we give them the structure, and then we edit everything for them and just make sure it works well. The funnel, I showed you the funnel earlier, so we basically build it out for them. And then afterwards, the conversion mechanism. Okay, so we place appointment setters, the triage caller, SMS text, email blasts, stuff like that. So just to get them to either join the personal group or get them to book a call. So that's paid ads. And as you can see, these are some of the results that we've gotten for our clients. Obviously, everything's blurred out, but as you can see, cost per lead, €5. So that's like 5 USD to get one lead. Which is extremely good. Afterwards, there's cold DMs. Okay, this is the easiest to outsource and to do at scale. It's what I recommend to most people who are just starting out. And then of course, I have a video going over this, but here is the Instagram and Facebook outreach flow that we've been using. Right, it's a combination between texting as well as cold calling for a local lead gen. The whole cold calling thing, like calling the leads, it works well. However, it's good for like your first couple of clients if you're doing it. Okay, at scale, I would remove the calling and just stick with the cold DMs. All right, but again, I'm not making this video breaking down exactly how I would go about doing it. I'm just giving you sort of the step-by-step plan. So in this part, do research on how to do cold DM depending on your niche. Watch my video. I break down this exact chart super in depth, and I explain to you exactly how to make it effective and how our clients have been getting good results by doing this. Cold calling, that's personally my favorite method to start if you're doing local. It's how I scaled to 10K per month. All I did was cold calling. It is going to be the quickest way to sign your first client. However, it's not fun to do. Okay, it's the easiest to give up in. Okay, so just be wary of it, but it will prepare you a lot for your meetings as well. Just because you're going to be talking to clients, so instead of cold DMs where you're just texting people, you're actually having conversations with potential clients. So when you do hop on a call with them, it's not as nerve-wracking because you've already done it multiple times on a cold call. Versus someone who's cold DMing nonstop, when they do book a meeting, they've never actually spoken to someone in person or on a Zoom call. So their level of stress is even higher than someone who cold calls typically. Okay, that's why I like to cold call, but again, it's case by case. Okay, it depends on you as a person, depends on your niche, your offer, and everything. There's lots of exceptions, but again, in our mentorship program, we would determine what's the best method, and then afterwards build them like a custom script and all those things just to make sure that they do get good results when they're doing it. Lastly, organic. This for me is a must-have. If you have an online business with no social media presence, I think you're making a huge mistake. Okay, it's instant social proof. It makes your life 100 times easier. You can close people a lot easier as well, just because you do have you can leverage your content to get people to buy from you. The amount of times I hopped on calls and people are like, Oliver, I watch all of your YouTube, I love your videos, I'm ready to start, I know exactly what you do, what's the price, let's do it. Okay, when you have calls like that, it's extremely easy to get clients to onboard into your program or to your service and to start working with them. Okay, so highly recommend making a content. Personally, YouTube has been insane for me, and most of our clients that we work with, YouTube too has been like the breadwinner. Otherwise, both Facebook and Instagram, that works extremely well. For me, Instagram works extremely well as well. That's like a very good funnel that we have. So whatever you prefer using, like if you're good at making shorts and stuff like that, then go on TikTok and post your shorts on YouTube Shorts, Facebook, Instagram, all of those things. But just put yourself out there. Okay, do something just to have sort of a brand attached to your business. Once you start booking calls, your next issue is going to be closing meetings. Okay, this is the hardest thing for me to teach you guys over a video. Okay, even in my program, I don't have that many videos and training on closing, because I personally have a belief that I don't think you can, but I don't think it's the best way to learn how to close. Okay, for me, closing is something that's so unique and so personal to each person that even though one specific method might work extremely well for me, it does not mean that the next person, if they use my same strategies, my same technique, that they will get the same outcome, the same result. All right, so for me, in our mentorship program, we'll hop on one-on-one calls, either me or the coaches, and we're going to practice together depending on sort of the person, their style, and all of those things, and build them sort of like a custom way, like a structured, custom way of structuring their calls when they're taking their meetings. All right, but ideally, like the overall picture of what you guys are aiming for are one call closes. Okay, always. You guys are not selling 100K packages. Intro. Okay, so when you hop on a call, just break the ice. I like to keep it very simple, straight to the point. You discovery, so you ask them a couple of questions, get to know what they're offering and what point they're at their business, what are they looking for exactly. Present them your solution, handle objections, so answer any questions, and then close. Okay, I don't like handling objections. You should not have that many objections. I like to frame it more as like answering questions, like clarifying what your service is. Okay, because if you have a good product, the person has good knowledge as to what you do, what you offer, and everything, there should not be many objection handling. Okay, for me, like I don't handle objections. That's not typically. It's more like, oh, I don't have the money to do it. I have to wait for it. Okay, some people it is kind of an objection, but it's not like a. You understand, like it's something that I can easily solve on the spot by giving them a payment plan, which always works. Okay, so it's like a genuine sort of concern, not a concern, but a genuine restriction that they have in terms of working with you. Okay, and then close. Very simple. Use a quick presentation to go over the processes. Okay, not use as PowerPoints. I absolutely hate PowerPoints with a passion. I know some people use it; they're doing extremely well. Just personal opinion. PowerPoints remind me of like when I was at school and the teacher would just sit in front of the computer and like present his things, and then after 5 minutes you would be falling asleep and you're not really listening to what he's saying. Okay, I feel like prospects have the same sort of like way of feeling. So for me, I like to use either a lucid chart, which is a bit easier to like read and go over, and it actually like you have a flow to follow, and I try to keep it a bit more dynamic. All right, so I have kind of like conversations with them. I'll ask them questions in the middle and stuff like that. So that's sort of how we do it. Showcase case studies if you have any. Okay, that's always going to help. You will get better over time. So this is one thing that the more volume you do, the better you're going to be at it. And then you should be aiming for like a 25 to 30% closing rate with qualified calls. The biggest things to work on here is going to be one, presenting sort of the value of your service. Okay, by the end of it, people should really understand what you do, and they shouldn't be asking too many like clarifying questions as to like what you're offering. And then your show up rate. Okay, I know many people struggle with their show up rate. Again, this having a personal brand will help with this, as well as like a good proper follow-up system, which we typically, it's like a go high level link, a snapshot. So we give it to our clients, they put it in, and it works extremely well to help them with their show up rate. One question that I often get asked is, should I hire a closer? My thought process behind that is that yes, technically, yeah, you should hire a closer if you're not good at sales and everything, because you're supposed to outsource everything that you're not the best at instead of spending months learning and doing it yourself. The only issue is that if you want like a decent closer, they have to get paid a lot. Okay, like 15,000, 20,000 per month, ideally, something like that. They can still get paid on a commission basis only, but if they do, and you're not booking 8 calls per day, why would someone work for you? If you have no personal brand, no case studies, no track record, you're basically nobody, which is okay, you're just starting out. Why would someone work for you on a commission basis when they can work for someone like me, where they know they can get calls, they know they can get paid, and they have the resources to use to leverage to help them with their closing? Okay, so you have to think about it logically. If it does not make sense, then just take the calls. You're going to learn how to do it. And then when you reach a point where you have so many calls, you have some case studies and stuff like that, it's going to be a lot easier for you to find a closer that actually wants to work with you. Okay? Now, lastly, once you sign your first client, then we have to move on to service delivery. Obviously, you're going to kind of work on this in step 2 when you build your offer and everything. You shouldn't just sell something to someone and have absolutely no idea what to do afterwards. You're going to kind of be working on these things. Like, it's not like I only here focus on meetings and I never look at step 5, okay? You kind of have to work on multiple things at the same time. But once you do sign your first client and your main focus now becomes service delivery, you basically have 2 options. Either hire the talent to do the service for you or become the talent and learn everything. Okay, whether you decide to outsource or not, I would still take the time to learn the basics of your service delivery. All right, this is very important. I think if your business is offering Facebook ads and you have no idea how to run Facebook ads, I think that's not the best thing. Just learn the basics, understand enough just to be able to explain it to people if they do have some technical questions. But I'm not asking you to become, the expert media buyer that can do the fulfillment from A to Z on your own. We, of course, have Ruben. Ruben's our in-house media buyer. He's extremely talented, very good. And he filmed like an hour-long training on how to offer paid ads to our clients. And this has been like more than enough for our clients to really understand how to explain it and also how to do the basics, just getting the ball rolling with our clients and doing the service delivery on their own so they can save money on hiring a media buyer for their first client and everything. Okay. Personally, putting myself in your shoes, I would focus on client acquisition. So really become good at like cold DMs, cold calling, whatever you're doing, and then use that money when you close people to hire the talent. Okay, it's easier said than done, of course. Especially if you're doing it by yourself, you have no idea what to do. But if you are working with a coach, with a mentor that knows sort of overall what you're supposed to be doing, it's very easy to make this happen. Now, step 6, outsourcing and removing yourself. Too many people jump into this thinking they can hire a couple of people and outsource everything. The reality is that you'll need a very big team and lots of money coming in order to make this happen. To make this happen. Okay. I've only recently been able to do this, and that's after hitting 100K per month. Okay. You're going to be in this for a while. Learn to love the game. The amount of people, when I help on calls, they think it's as simple as hiring one media buyer, one closer, one appointment setter, and then they have a business that runs on its own and they don't have to do anything. Okay, and they're going to be making millions every month. It doesn't work that way. Okay, you cannot rely on other people to run your business, especially if you're just starting out. You have lots of new problems that you're not aware of that are going to come up as you scale. And I personally still have issues removing myself from the process, and that's after hitting 100K per month. Okay, I have the funds to hire people. That's not the issue. It's again, easier said than done. So don't be so focused on running a business that runs on its own. It's not going to happen overnight. Okay, it's going to take a lots of time, and even long run, once you're making a bunch of money, until you have like a COO, like someone that can replace you as owner, and you can pay them what they're sort of worth, it's going to be extremely difficult, to make this happen. All right, but in the meantime, this right here can give you like a good overview of what the business is supposed to look like in the future. This is how I have it structured, and it works extremely well for me. So you have a head of acquisition, so one person to take care of your acquisition, so getting appointments. The other one is head of sales, so he manages the closing, so the closers and making sure that we are closing deals, and then fulfillment, so someone to take care of all the clients once they paid. Okay, as simple as that. And then you have one person that overviews these 3 people and just makes sure the entire ship runs smoothly. Okay, again, it seems simple in practice, in theory, but in practice, it's a lot more complicated to make happen. Okay. Now, step 7, scaling past 10K per month. I would leverage paid ads. Okay, that's going to be the best thing, the easiest thing to scale, the most efficient, proven to work. Like that's what I would do. Okay, and this is one of our services. So once we help people go from 0 to 10, we onboard them into our second program, and this is where I have my team build out the entire acquisition funnel and the other problems they're going to be facing as they scale. We do it for them. We make sure they hit at least 50K per month, and that's basically what we do. Okay, but scaling past 100K, you'll have new issues that we can also help you with. But your main focus will be transitioning towards using paid ads, building a sales team, as well as automating and building systems for your company. Now, there are 2 ways to win with everything I just shared today, okay? Do it yourself. So follow the step-by-step guide, do it one by one, watch YouTube videos, take notes, and sort of just follow my roadmap that I gave you guys. It's going to take you, spend the next couple of months trying to learn everything on your own. For me personally, it took me 2 years to hit my first 10K per month. Okay, so that's from trying and everything, and then over something happened, it clicked, I found something that worked well, and then that scaled my business as I showed you guys earlier. Okay, but in total, it took me 2 years from buying my first course to learning how to sell, all of these basic skills that were required to hit 10K per month. And also, let's hope you don't give up this time. Okay, I don't know about you guys, but during these 2 years, I gave up a lot. Okay, I would do something, it didn't work, gave up, okay, I'm going to do it afterwards, I'm going to try this, I'll do dropshipping instead, I'll do trading, all of this crap. So it's like you have no one to hold you accountable, okay? So that's step 1, or option 1. Or you can let my team, so let Growth Solutions, help you and leverage our track record and infrastructure. Again, we've worked with about 235 clients. Okay, so we've reached a point where it's extremely easy for us to help someone when we've already helped someone else who's doing something that's extremely similar. Okay, it's proven to work. It's like, here's the formula, here's the script, here's this, here's that, here's the media buyers, like everything you need to make it happen. Just, do your outreach, do your volume, and you're going to be good to go. We're going to give you support until you hit 10K per month on a performance basis. Okay, so that's how we work. We're very selective with who we work with. You will have one-to-one access to the exact same team that helped me scale my 7-figure consulting business. Okay, so the same team that helped me scale everything, you're going to watch trainings from them. You'll have calls with them and everything. You're getting access to our in-house pool of workers. So we have media buyers, we have closers, appointment setters. So all of these people that typically you would have to interview, train, vet, make sure they're good and everything. We basically have that already done for you. Okay, so once you join us, if you need a media buyer, just send us a message. We give you the information and you guys start working together. And then, of course, copy paste our systems and processes that we've been perfecting for all of our clients. Okay? So as simple as that. If this is something you guys want to do, there's going to be a link in the description. Just book a call with us. If you have any questions and you don't want to book a call right away, send me a DM on Instagram. I will personally text you. I'll answer any questions you might have. And if you feel like we can help you and this is a good fit, we can make this happen and I will speak to you or someone on my team will speak to you. But yeah, I hope this was clear. This video is way longer than what I wanted it to be, but it is what it is. Use these steps as like a big roadmap as to what you're supposed to be doing, okay? I think I removed this step. No, I did not, okay. So use these steps. Again, this video is not supposed to be your one sort of, I watched this video, I know exactly what to do, okay? I realize that, but this is more of like a roadmap you can use, okay? So focus on your mindset, get the basics tools done, find your offer, your service, what you want to do, figure out how you're going to get meetings, figure out how to close meetings, do the service delivery, start outsourcing, okay, make a plan, and then from there, make a game plan once you hit 10K per month on how you can scale further than that, okay? Follow these steps. That's exactly, if you look at these things, you can pause the video, and then look at here, you're going to see it's exactly the same thing. Mindset, foundations, niche service, client acquisition, converting meetings, service delivery, building the team, and then scaling to 100K per month, okay? The exact same steps that we do in our program are the exact same steps that I just presented to you guys here, okay? So I'm not just making this up. This is actually what we do to help our clients scale their businesses. Okay, so I hope this was clear. Again, guys, if you want to book a call with me, use the link in the description, send me a DM on Instagram, however you want to get in contact with me. We're going to help you answer any questions you might have. Otherwise, best of luck with everything. This is not going to be easy, but if you do what you're supposed to be doing and you work hard every day and you don't give up, then it's going to be unreasonable for you not to sign multiple clients in the next few months. Okay, so best of luck with everything, and we'll see each other soon.